As the echoes of the life review fade into the quiet embrace of the higher awareness, something profound begins to stir. A reunion, not with another, but with yourself experience, quietly observing from the background of your life. This is the soul itself. It is not limited by name, gender, nationality, or personal history. It does not worry about mortgages or reputations. It's not afraid of death, because it has seen death 1,000 times over, and it knows it to be a doorway, not an end. To reconnect with this deeper self is like waking from a long dream. At first you may feel surprised. Was that really me? Was I really so small, so worried, so convinced that I was alone? But this surprise quickly gives way to recognition, a gentle remembrance that this self has always been there, watching with infinite patience and unconditional love. Many who glimpse this state speak of it as returning to who I really am, not in a metaphor, but in felt reality. They describe themselves as beings of light, not metaphorical light, but as luminous, intelligent radiance. But it is fluid. It is presence. It is awareness unbound. There is no need for language in this space. Communication happens through vibration, intention, pure knowing. You don't ask a question, you become the question and receive the answer as a wave of recognition. Thought and feelings are no longer separate. Everything is integrated, whole. In reconnecting with the soul self, something also becomes clear. The life you just lived was only one thread in a much vast fabric. You begin to sense your other lives, some ancient, some recent, all carried within you like songs in a library of experience. You are not bound to any single identity. You are the continuity behind them all. This is not just about memory, it's about expansion. You remember why you came to Earth in the first place. You remember your soul agreements, your mission, your teachers, your obstacles. You see the genius of it all, the brilliance of choosing limitation in order to discover your own light within the dark. And yet this very sense of identity begins to dissolve. The soul self is not static. It is ever evolving, ever emerging. You begin to feel your connection to something greater, a web of souls, a unity of consciousness that breathes through all things. You are still you, but you are also we. There is a deep peace in this, not the peace of rest, but the peace of knowing that you are loved, that you are eternal, that you are part of a greater movement towards love, creativity, and understanding. Some describe this phase as feeling more real than anything they've ever experienced on Earth, as if life on Earth were only a flickering candle, and now they stand in the full blaze of the sun. But even here, there is freedom. There is no rush, no obligation, only invitation. An invitation to expand, to explore, to serve, and to remember. And so the journey continues, but now you walk it not as a seeker, but as the one who has awakened. If death is a doorway, then the soul self is what steps through it. Then the world that opens on the other side is not just a place, it's a state of being. Yet many who return from near-death experiences speak of it as vividly as one might describe a physical landscape. Not dreamlike, not abstract, but stunningly real. More real, in fact, than anything they've ever known. They often struggle to find words for what they saw, because the senses we rely on here are pale reflections of the perceptual death available here. Colors shimmer with an inner radiance, as though light is alive within them. There are hues no one on earth has ever seen, not because they are brighter or more vibrant, because they exist beyond the visible spectrum of the physical eyes. Colors you can feel. Sound, too, behaves differently. Music does not come from instruments, but from everything. Trees sing, lights hum. Beings communicate in tones, frequencies, and harmonies. Some say the entire realm seems to be made of music, not just heard, but inhabited. And yet the landscape is not chaotic. It's coherent, beautiful, often described as meadows, gardens, crystalline cities, vast mountains, and endless fields bathed in golden light. But even these are metaphors. The place shapes itself to meet you, to feel familiar, welcoming, safe. It reflects the consciousness that enters into it. For some, it resembles Earth. For others, it is like nothing they have ever imagined. There are no shadows of decay, no withering, no aging. Everything seems alive and vibrant and intelligent, as if even the grass has awareness, as if the whole environment is consciousness. Many experience this world as suffused with a deep, loving intelligence, not a being watching from above, but a presence within all things. The landscape breathes you in, and you breathe it in return. You don't walk, you glide. You don't speak, you resonate. Distance is not traveled, it is chosen. If you think of a place, you are there. If you wish to meet someone, they appear. Thought shapes the environment, but not in a chaotic or childish way. Your soul self is not driven by ego or fantasy. It creates harmony. And you are not alone. Other souls are there, beings of light. Some you recognized instantly, family, friends, loved ones. Others feel familiar, even if you've never met them in your entire life. Soulmates, guides, teachers, companions. Communication with them is not surface level. It is complete. No misunderstandings, no masks, just pure knowing, like a direct merging of essence. And then there are these places of learning, libraries of light, halls of wisdom, temples of sound. Some report vast spherical structures where souls gather to view lives, plan incarnations, or simply bask in the divine presence. Others speak of councils, not of judgment, but of guidance, where advanced beings offer gentle reflections on your soul's journey. And still others enter what they describe as the source, a realm of pure unity, beyond form, beyond individuality, a light so vast and loving that it feels like becoming everything and nothing all at once, merging back into the divine without losing the sense of self, but becoming a drop into an infinite ocean of consciousness. But perhaps the most stunning realization is this: the afterlife is not fixed. It is not a one-size-fits-all heaven. It's fluid, responsive, dynamic, a co-creative realm where thought, intention, and love shape the experience. And at its core, it's not about reward or escape. It's about reflection, remembrance, and evolution. The other side is not merely a location. It is a living mirror of your soul. Thank you for watching.